I never thought I'd end up as the punchline in my own revenge plot. But there I was, staring down the barrel of a Karen-fueled apocalypse in the heart of Lake Ranch Estates, where the American dream curdled into a nightmare of covenants and busybody bylaws. Let's call her Brenda, the self-appointed HOA queen with her bleached bob and weaponized passive aggression, had been terrorizing the neighborhood for years, finding single dads for untrimmed hedges and doxing dog walkers on Nextdoor, like it was her constitutional right. But when I blew off her mandatory community harmony meeting to grab tacos with my kid, she didn't just send a cease and desist. She dialed 911 and screamed about a hostile trespasser evading authority. Cops rolling up? Yeah, that was me, pulling in with lights flashing, badge gleaming under the Texas sun. It started 6 months back, when I inherited my late uncle's split-level rancher on the lake, prime real estate in this gated slice of suburban heaven, or hell, depending on who you asked. Uncle Ray had been the quiet type, grilling burgers and minding his own, but Brenda? She saw fresh meat. First email. Welcome to Lake Ranch. Per Article 7.2, your porch light is 2 lumens over code. Remedy within 48 hours or face levy. I chuckled, figuring it was small-town eccentricity. Boy, was I wrong. By week 3, she'd escalated to driveway stakeouts, snapping pics of my truck's mud-splattered tires and blasting me in the HOA Facebook group. New resident disregards our pristine standards. Thoughts? The comments rolled in like vultures. Report to code enforcement. Protect our property values. I was the outsider, the divorcee with a teenage son and a beat-up F-150, crashing her lily-white picket fence fantasy. I tried playing nice, attended one meeting, nodded through her PowerPoint on fountain etiquette, but it was a trap. She cornered me after, hissing about my unkempt lawn and how it lowered morale. Morale? This was supposed to be my fresh start after the ex cleaned me out in court, leaving me scraping by as a patrol sergeant in Austin traffic. I bit my tongue, but inside, fury simmered. These Karens weren't just nosy. They weaponized the system, turning neighbors into snitches, all while sipping Chardonnay at book club and preaching community. I'd seen it on the job. Entitled calls about suspicious loiterers who were just black kids shooting hoops. Brenda was the poster child, her rants laced with that coded venom that made my blood boil. So I ghosted the next invite. Big mistake? Or the spark I needed? The texts blew up that evening. Your absence is noted. This violates decorum. Expect repercussions. Repercussions? I was off shift, inhaling El Pastor at a food truck with Jax, my 14-year-old, who finally cracked a smile after months of sullen silence. Dad, who's that lady blowing up your phone? I showed him the thread, her caps lock meltdown about disrespect to elected board members. We laughed, but it twisted something in me. That night, scrolling patrol logs, I spotted the dispatch. 911 hang up, possible disturbance at Lake Ranch HOA Hall. Caller reports defiant attendee. My shift lead chuckled. Your hood, Sarge? Go handle it. Irony hit like a taser. 6 hours later, I was sworn in as interim chief of the county. Budget cuts and a retiring vet meant I got the nod. No fanfare, just a quiet oath in the station basement. Brenda's call? It lit the fuse. Sirens wailed as I cruised into the parking lot, the HOA Hall's twinkly lights mocking the chaos. Brenda burst out, robe flapping over her Lululemon set, waving her phone like a talisman. Officer. Thank God. That man, brown truck, arrogant sneer, he defied a lawful assembly. Arrest him for disorderly conduct. The deputies flanking me, my old crew, stifled grins. I stepped out slow, Stetson tipped, the lake breeze carrying her perfume of entitlement and cheap Merlot. Ma'am, I drawled, voice steady as a .45, described the suspect. She ranted, painting me as a menace, her cheeks flushing crimson under the floodlights. The neighbors gathered, wide-eyed busybodies clutching wine glasses, whispering as I unclipped my radio. Brenda Hargrove, is it? For the record, I'm Chief Harlan Reyes. And that defiant attendee, that's me. The silence cracked like thunder. Her mouth gaped, fish-like, as realization dawned. Me, The mullet menace with the offensive truck decal, holding the reins to every noise complaint, every petty warrant she'd ever filed. Gasps rippled through the crowd. One guy, tired dad from down the block, actually slow clapped. Brenda sputtered, This is a conflict. You're biased. I'll sue the department. I leaned in, close enough to smell her fierce sweat. Sue away, ma'am. But first, let's chat about those anonymous tips you've been dropping to dispatch. Turns out, falsifying 911 calls? That's a misdemeanor. Felony if it's harassment. Her empire crumbled right there. Board members peeling away, murmuring about overreach. I didn't gloat, just handed her a citation for misuse of emergency services, the paper crisp as justice. Jackson and I fixed up the house after that. No more violations, but on my terms. Brenda slunk off to Florida, her for sale sign up before dawn, whispers of an ethics probe chasing her. Lake Ranch breathed easier, barbecues sans subpoenas. Me? I traded tacos for truth. The Chief's badge fit better than grudges. But late nights by the lake, watching fireflies dance, I'd wonder, did I save a neighborhood? Or just settle a score? Either way, in America's HOA heartland, sometimes the real crime is letting a Karen run the show unchecked. And nobody calls 911 on the guy with the keys to the cuffs.